Hello, Aleph, and hello and welcome to any other folks viewing anonymously. Welcome back. First bonus stream in a while. It certainly has been some time. Thanks for that, Aleph. Wouldn't be a stream without you saying some weird fucking shit, would it? Alright, midweek check-in. I'm fucking tired. But I'm excited to get into Friendsim because I haven't done a Friendsim stream, obviously, in a while. So I'm a little behind, and we're starting today with Volume 9. That is Azdaja and Chahut. Oh yes, before we start, Aleph has kindly asked if I would, that's because that's for other streaming. So this is Aleph's Friendsim live blog and general Hiveswap blog with, look at all these cool Hiveswap things. What the fuck? So this is neat. This is fucking cool. So if you'd like more Hiveswap in your life, do that. Ta-da! And yep. There's a couple other things that I could potentially bring up in terms of fandom things, but I think I'll save them for the Homestuck stream because they're not really Hiveswap things. They are Homestuck things. Welcome, Odd. It's all good. It's all good. I was just plugging in Aleph's Friendsim live blog, which I know you've seen already. It's been tossed around the Discord chat. Speaking of which, the bot is doing interesting things. Anyway, the last two streams, as I was editing the last two streams. Oh, editing news is a thing that I should talk about. The only ones that I have left to check. Oh, it's all good, Odd. It's fucking Vriska. It's Vriska. She got a mind of her own. I only have 2 more streams left to edit. I just need, or to re-look at from before. Volume 4 and 5. That's all I got left. And then I will be caught up. I want to have all of the videos ready to just slam up on YouTube before I start, and then just bang them out. YouTube viewers will probably think I mean actual Vriska. I mean, actual Vriska also does not follow any rules. But yes, Vriska is, for context, Vriska is the name of a Discord bot that does stream alerts. And ever since I changed the channel name of my Twitch channel, she's been fucking around. Yeah, no, that is, yes, also true. There's no bot, it's just Vriska. Yes, so that is the state of YouTube at the moment. Yeah, I want to get those ready, and then just, in terms of an upload schedule, I just want to bang them all out there as soon as possible, because I want to be up to date as soon as possible, so that I can be uploading Friendsim streams right after they happen, or not right after they happen, but like within a week at least, so I can just Pah. Up they go. Oh my goodness. How cool is that? Yeah, I still have to... Thumbnail situation, I've been ruminating on it in my head. Just trying to think of, like, general ideas of what to do with that. Anyway. Wouldn't it be a good fucking idea if I actually opened the game? Oh, right. That was another thing. I noticed when I was editing, I'd forgotten that we were having some issues with full screen and getting the game capture mode to work before. I had to uninstall and reinstall the game to get the most recent Friendsim to install. So it's working again. Yay! I don't know what happened, but it's working. And it's full screen mode, so there's no more little bar at the top saying that it's Hiveswap Friendsim.exe or any of that jazz. Yeah, so give that title a little wiggle. Oh, I forgot to ask. Azdaja Chahut. Azdaja Chahut. Azdaja Chahut. Whichever one cast your votes. That's what I'm trying to say. Blah, blah, blah. It'd be like that's we have conflict. I might have to. Okay, options for the time being. Either I'll flip a coin, or y'all can duke it out in the chat and come to a decision between the two of you. But yeah, Azdaja is... Yes, there's a fucking over 9,000 reference. Let's do Dragon Ball. All right, awesome. The chat has spoken. We will start with Azdaja. Yes, over 9,000 is from, whoa. I'm so used to just going all the way to the bottom, but oh no, we are behind. Well, I'm behind because I went and disappeared for a month. You'll die for the big gay women later. Okay. Find it. Yes, there are, I think, a couple of different anime references in this route, if I remember correctly. Tagiri. Oh, Tagiri, which is going to be next week's bonus stream. That's going to be a fucking trip. Tagiri's thing is full of anime references. Yeah, some of them, it's like I recognize that they're references, but I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So I'm hoping that at least one person in chat will be able to help me with anime references, because I watch minimal anime. The new episode of Free today was nice. As a side note. As an aside. That's one that I do watch. Okay. Without further ado. Guess you have to be the weeb. Odd, have you been keeping up with Free as well? And yes, Aleph, you're gonna have to be the weeb. You're so big, you're crying. Yeah, I'm really happy with the direction they've taken the show, because I feel like that's something that a lot of high school based animes struggle with, is if they do decide to age people up, they get a little bit lost. But they did good. They did good. Cool new anime, Sailor Moon. Yes. Oh, she keeps up to date, but you don't. Yeah, I've been keeping up to date with the weekly episodes, and it's pretty fucking good. Like, I got, like, okay, if we're talking free, all right, the last season, so, not the last season, the second, so the first and second season were 2013 and 2014, right? And 2014 was, you know, it was the big thing was like, oh my god, they're graduating high school now. What are we gonna do? And all those that was around the time that I was also graduating high school, because I graduated class of 2015. So it came out just going into my last year of high school. And I loved so much how they wrote Haru's whole struggle with, like, graduation and stuff. Yeah, I think, well, I mean, only like a year, I think. Odd. Right? Is it only a year, or is it like 2 years? Because it hasn't come up in a while, but if I remember correctly, we're like roughly around the same. 98. Yeah. I'm a 97 baby. Yeah. So, yes, I'm a 97 baby. Only 90s kids, hashtag fucking whatever. Yeah. Old man. Oh no. Yeah, no, it's weird to be like the oldest anywhere, because at 21, generally speaking, when I enter quote unquote adult spaces, I'm like still a super baby. Like, I was not the youngest person on staff at camp, but I was very close to. There were only like 2 other people on staff who were younger than me, because, you know, you become a camp counselor at 19. So we had like one 19-year-old and one 20-year-old, and then there was me. You know, I was one of the babies. Oh, you really agree with me on Haru's struggles? Yeah, I really feel like they did a great job on that. I also have not watched Free since then, like the second season, but like when I watched it at the time, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. 2000 kids, remember? Constant state of hysteria. Yeah, there was a lot going on. I mean, like, yeah, the 2000s were a lot. Right now was a lot. There's so much happening. I'm angry at the Ontario government. I knew I was gonna be. I knew it was gonna fucking happen. I knew they were gonna fuck around. And now they're fucking around and I'm mad about it. So, you know. Anyway, that's a rant for another time. Oh, they just all of a sudden had all the time to rewatch. I'm like, yes. Seizure has a sister and she's a real-ass lesbian. I know. I need her to be gay too. I need it. I need her to be gay. And I saw this one blog that I follow. Was like really gunning for her and Go. Am I pronounce? I don't know. I feel like I'm fucking her name up. But yeah, the 2 of them. Oh, it's cool. Go. Yes. Like, you hear the name in the fucking dub. Like, it's ridiculous that I would be mispronouncing it. But, like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's not saying it right. But, yeah, the two of them. And, yes, sincerest apologies, Aleph, for this massive fucking tangent. That she's her name, so she goes by Ko. Okay. Now I'm confused because I don't remember that. But that's okay. It's probably from a thing that I watched a long time ago and forgot about. So I trust you. But yes. Yes. It's exciting. Free is exciting. Anime is exciting. You know what has to do with anime? Azdaja, because he does shit. Just trying to streamline this because I'm like getting super off topic because I'm very excited about this and I don't generally have folks to speak to about it. You rewatched all of her scenes though. Yes, she's a good character. You know what else I realized as a side note when I was editing things? When I snap, it just sounds really weird. Like, it doesn't... Like, I do this, but it just sounds weird. Like, if you can't see the finger snapping, you're just like, what? It's like, what the fuck is that noise? And that's my fingers. Oh my god, I am tired. I need to start, or I might not make it all the way through this. My school schedule is not the most accommodating of doing especially midweek streams. Like, this is literally the only day this week that I would be able to do bonus streams. But yeah, I've been getting up early. I'm tired. But I'm gonna do this. It's happening. I'm making it happen. Reading the actual fucking thing would be good. Oh my god. I need to, first of all, wake myself the fuck up. Have some water. I'm gonna have some water. Then I'm gonna do it. Yes. We're making it happen. Sweet Bro and Hello Jeff. Fucking... Y'all, that tweet. Okay, I was gonna save this for Friday, but I'm just gonna really quickly put this link in chat. And then I'll talk about it on Friday too. Because it sure is something. What the fuck am I doing? Yep. So that happened. I'm just popping it out there. Talk more about it on regular Friday Homestuck stream. Oh, they did, though. They did. Oh, you know, it's just like the cherry on top is going through all of the like replies or whatever the Twitter term is. They're not retweets, because that would be just putting it on your wall. But I think replies is the right term, right? For Twitter things. Scrolling down and seeing all these people going, why? What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm having flashbacks. Okay. I've had... Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I've had water. I've had an excessive rant about a swimming anime. I have linked a shitty tweet. I've had more water. I'm gonna actually fucking start now. Part of you has always been taken with the idea of purchasing a one-way train ticket to anywhere and boarding it without looking back. Or, in your current case, stowing away without looking back. Details. The idea had always seemed so idyllic. No strings, no obligations, just you and your journey. the wind in your hair, and the taste of freedom on your lips. Your little daydream didn't exactly involve careening across a perilous extraterrestrial landscape, but then you've always liked to think of yourself as the kind of person who's open to new experiences. Not to mention new friends. In practice, though, this tastes less like freedom and more like noxious muck, which is what you're currently surrounded by. Ugh. It's not unlike the slime that was in Skyla's Recuperacoon, except that slime was weirdly soothing, and this is prickly and burny and uncomfortable. Aleph, why did you say that? Why was it big? Well, they always do the friendship thing in the yellow text really big, right? But I guess they decided to change it up for their last few ones. And it's just friends. You'd thought you were being smart by sneaking on board, jumping into some sort of cargo carriage. Oh, how wrong you'd been. The trade-off for not being caught then maimed and or killed for your blood color is apparently this. You almost would have preferred the maiming. God knows you're used to taking a beating by now. Alright. Azdaja and Chahut. Now, is this one where the music starts up right away? I don't think it is. Fucking earbud. No. Azdaja's song is so fucking good. Okay. After what feels like way too long, the vehicle slows down and you take the opportunity to tumble out of your slime jail onto the dusty ground, picking yourself up and hurrying away from the station before you can get spotted. A little while later, you're standing at the beginning of a massive canyon and your awful train ride almost feels worth it. The canyon stretches on endlessly, miles of yawning chasms and winding ravines at your feet. It's enough to make your mouth hang open in awe. After spending so much time in various grody parts of the city, the sight of such pristine natural beauty touches your heart. You feel somehow inspired, like you could belt out an aria or draw a masterpiece if you tried. But before you can begin exploring your hidden creative depths, you're distracted by noises coming from not too far away. You're not alone. You know what this means. A chance to get yourself more of that sweet, sweet friendship. After so many successful companionship ventures, you're thirsty for more. You pick up your jaw and go investigate. It reminds you of something. Interesting. Yeah. Azdaja Kleenex. I know, that's honestly, my brain went there too. I was just like, these are really similar. Also, I guess I could also maybe pronounce his name differently. That would probably help make them not resemble each other so much. But I don't know, it just looks like Nelax to me. Or rather than like Nelax. I don't like the sound of that. The sound leads you towards a trail along the side of the canyon, which in turn leads you down to a roomy platform not that much lower than where you started. There's a series of sharp outcrops jutting out of the plateau, and perched atop the highest one is a figure dramatically framed against the moonlight. At first you think he's peering moodily into the distance, but then you realize he's looking through some kind of contraption on his face. Ah, shit. I didn't think of how I was going to read his lines. Damn it. I always fucking do this. I get to the part where they start speaking, and then I'm like, fuck. He's doing both? Yes. music? Oh, it did start. I put in my earbud and I was like, nope, no music yet. My volume was just like stupidly fucking quiet. No, this song. Yes, exactly. Mega Man. It is so fucking reminiscent of the Mega Man games. And it's so gorgeous. I fucking love chiptunes so goddamn much. Mega Man Kleenex. Oh my god. Okay. I gotta figure out how I'm reading this fucker. I think I might just jump in with a voice. And then just workshop it from there. We'll just have a time with it. We'll have a good time. Okay. Recording coordinates. I don't know what the fuck that was, but we're gonna go with it. I can't really figure out how to voice someone with only 2 words, you know what I mean? Like, I need a good few sentences to figure out where I want to go with his voice. You look around. There doesn't seem to be anyone else here. So what you heard was this fellow muttering to himself, you guess? I see. He's so wrapped up in whatever it is that he's doing that he hasn't noticed you yet. This guy has got to be hankering after some company, being all by his lonesome out here in the middle of nowhere. You're sure of it. Was that the voice? Maybe. We'll see where this goes. Okay. So I know that I have received some feedback that using the same formula every time gets too predictable. However, here's how it's gonna go. Alright, I'm gonna toss it up. I'm still gonna get the short end out of the way first, because that just is, you know, the way it rolls. I just feel like, you know, push that off to the side, whatever. But when we get to the second choice, it's free range. Y'all can pick democratically in the chat which option you would like to see. So we're gonna try something new. But yes, okay. Anyway, climb up and surprise him, because that's always a great fucking idea when you meet someone new, is to scare the shit out of them. Eagerly, you clamber up the side of the rock. Wow. This drop is pretty intense. But it's nothing you can't handle without plenty of determination and frantic scrambling. You finally make it to the top. You're about to haul yourself up so you can stand, fully ready to introduce yourself and let this guy have it with the geniality. Really show him how amicable you can be. Before you can do that, though, he whirls around, trench coat and long hair whipping in a wide arc. All your clumsy scrambling at the rock face must have clued him into your presence. Heh, did you really think you could sneak up on me? His eyes flash. Literally. They flicker from blue to turquoise and back again in quick succession. You don't notice the pure white energy crackling at his fingertips until you're already in the air. When Croupham lifted you, it was like getting yanked up by the scruff of your shirt. This is smoother somehow. Like you've just stepped onto a strong breeze. Doesn't really change the outcome, though. You either ground below you nervously. Think again. Wait, you weren't engaging in any sneaking around, honest. Or, well, you were, but you didn't mean anything malicious by it. You were just after some quality hangouts. Unfortunately for you, he doesn't seem very moved by our heartfelt entreaty. A likely story. You were looking to gank my data to get a frond up on the game. Don't try to deny it. What the fuck voice is this? I don't know. You don't know anything about any game, but before you can explain further, you're unceremoniously released. You run through quite the spectrum of emotions as you plunge downwards, but the strongest by far is regret. Regret that you'll emerge from this altercation sans the use of your limbs if you're lucky, but also sans a potential new friend. Bye. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was up with that voice, but like, I don't know. That's just my obnoxious, yeah, yeet. True, he just fucking yeets you, goddamn. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that voice. That's just my I'm full of myself and better than you voice, I guess, because that's kind of his attitude. Anyway, wave and say hello. Let's see how that goes. Onward. Sporting your most winning smile, you call out a greeting and give a jaunty wave. That gets his attention. Well, well, well. Would you look at what the perpies dragged in? Are you lost? That depends on your definition of lost. You prefer to think of whatever you're doing as taking the scenic route. Just, like, indefinitely. Your new acquaintance, and hopefully soon-to-be pal, snorts, unimpressed. It would be better if you did that somewhere else. Better for me, I mean. Which is the most important issue currently at hand, let's face it. Aerosol? Fuck! God damn. This is actually like... That's... Yeah. That fits the bill. Damn. I still have preparations to make, and I'm running out of time. You're kind of cramping my style here. Preparations? For the game, obviously. It's starting any minute now. You have no idea what he's talking about. Seriously? You don't know about dual strifers? Wow. You're even more of an empty-headed plebe than I thought. That's not a very fair thing to say. Sure, you might have made a habit of running headfirst into stupidly dangerous situations, but there's no reason for him to assume your voice is drowned out by a crackling sound. He's levitating down from his perch towards you, sparks of energy stirring the sand up into a cloud. Cannon violet blood all along. Oh, God. After meeting Sarava and Kuprum, you've come to expect psionic powers from trolls with yellow blood by now, but it still kind of takes you aback. You stumble backwards, falling on your ass. The troll is unbothered by your spill, continuing to address you while you're sprawled on the ground. I'll explain. Dual Strifers pits Alternia's best and brightest against each other in a timed event designed to reveal the most skilled among the group. Which would be me, of course. That goes without saying. He tells you a bunch of other stuff about the game mechanics that, to be honest, goes straight over your head. He's apparently not in enough of a rush that he can't stop what he's doing to outline his plans to you, some random passerby, in a fairly detailed manner at that. He seems pleased to have an audience, actually. Wow, this friendship is barely even off the ground and you're already doing great. You get back on your feet and nod along sagely, pretending to understand all his rambling about strategy and whatnot. And then you notice a blinking light. It's coming from the screen over his eye. Huh. Interesting. My scouter can't retrieve any data on your species at all. He leans forward and looks at you. Really looks at you. Up until this point, he'd been paying more attention to his own voice and whatever readings he's been getting on his device, but now he's focused fully on you. It's starting to fluster you a little, actually. That is, until his mouth twists into a smirk. You get a glimpse of a single, jagged tooth. You know, it's technically possible to join in teams of 2. But now you're here. Is he saying what you think he might be saying? Excitedly, you clarify whether he's asking you to join the game as his partner. Ha! Sure. I just love teaming up with clueless nerds like you. No. You'd be a nice element of surprise, though. Oh, rip. I'm so sorry. Aw, that's so awful. I could use you as a collateral resource. Fodder. A lackey. What do you say? That doesn't sound nearly as flattering. But it's an opportunity to help, and you've found so many great friendships on doing whatever favors random strangers have wanted you to do for them already. Why stop now? Alright, folks, cast your votes. Be the lackey or give him a big ol' fuck you. Gonna have a little water while y'all cast your votes out there. Two votes for screw this. Alright. Only like that sometimes. Okay. That's fair. But yes, okay. We have 2 votes to fuck this guy. Screw this. You know what? You're better than this. Who does this guy think he is, trying to turn you into his minion? Everyone keeps expecting you to be useless, and you're tired of it. You've accomplished great things, you say, stamping your feet, kicking up a real hullabaloo. You're a big deal on your home planet. People practically quiver in their boots when you walk past. And even if you weren't a big deal, even if you were the smallest fry around, you're pretty sure you could take whatever he could dish out. He's just a reedy nerd asshole who looks like he fell out of the IT department straight into a discount bin of bad Matrix cosplay cast-offs. You have no idea what you're doing. Absolutely nothing you said about yourself is true. You're spewing hot air and pure vitriol, running on the modicum of confidence you've built up, bluffing your way through the variety of mishaps you've encountered before now. You throw up your hands when you're done, both out of exasperation and as a kind of ending flourish to your little speech. There's a deafening rumble behind you. When you turn around, it's just in time to see one of the outcrops shudder dramatically into a pile of detritus. Your eyes go wide. Matrix cosplay cast-offs is your Halloween costume. Oh, yo, I'm gonna finish Banana Jake for Halloween. That's my goal this year. Because I'm fairly certain there's gonna be a Halloween get-together, like Halloween/1025 get-together with the local Homestuck group. And I really want to show up in Banana Jake. Either the rock was already weakened and chose this moment to break, resulting in the best coincidence ever, or you have secret telekinetic powers of your own that you've never known about till now. Whichever it is, it grants your venting session a healthy dose of gravitas. Azdaja looks at you with a complicated expression on his face. Like he's mad at you, but also like you've just paid him a really nice compliment. Oh, thank you, Odd. What a brazen proposition. What? Proposition? If you're propositioning anything, it's for him to consider you as an equal rather than some kind of sidekick, that's all. Let me tell you something, alien. I've heard things through the spherical fruit string about someone else in my line of work who caused quite a stir recently. Alerts have been blowing up, saying a Goldblood girl assassinated a sea dweller. I had reason to suspect she'd show herself here today. I was looking forward to seeing if she's as good as the rumors say she is. A Goldblood girl. That's what the alerts say. But as one of the best mercenaries in the business, I know better. They must have been wearing a disguise. He points a finger at you. That's your girlfriend. Yes, that is Paula, motherfuckers. But that's not where Azdaja's going with us. You, despite not being of Alternian origin, have a record. You've shown up here to a dueling session in a rumpus robe and nub stilts. He indicates your flowing gown and heels, which could easily be another disguise to throw the drones off your scent. And, as you so graciously just demonstrated, you're powerful. You're easily the most suspicious person I've come across here yet. Who's to say that you're not the mysterious killer? You realize that he's been floating gradually higher and higher in the air as he's talking to you, until he's hovering over you almost predatorily. Shit. What have you done? If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. His eyes light up and a bright blue beam explodes the rock next to you. You turn tail and run, but he follows, trailing along behind you like some kind of angry helium balloon. That's got to be one of my favorite fucking lines in all of the Friendsims so far, quite frankly, is that he's trailing along behind you like an angry helium balloon, like of all the ways that could have been described. Angry helium balloon. He doesn't stop shooting at you, and you can feel the lasers rush past you, rustling your hair and clothes as they cut through the air. Gosh, he's powerful. It takes your breath away. You'd be in awe if you weren't busy running for your life. You almost wish you had some sort of device that would measure just how powerful he is. Except, no, not really. On second thought, knowing his exact power level would probably be so frustrating that you'd immediately break whatever device that would call for, with your bare hands. And that would be the near miss of an over 9,000 reference. The effects look so pretty. They do. I fucking love this talk sprite. Talk sprite? We still using that terminology for these fellows? I don't know. But it's gorgeous. It is so fucking gorgeous. His colors are really pretty together. I was gonna go somewhere else with that. Oh yeah, the over 9,000 thing. Yeah, see, Homestuck, just flat up sprite. Okay, because Talk Sprites is just from like the Open Bound, and the other walk around flashes from like Homestuck. Yeah, Homestuck has carrying on the yet another beautiful Homestuck tradition. The tradition of not quite referencing over 9,000. Almost doing it, but near missing on purpose. As strong as he is, though, you can't help but notice that none of his shots are all that close to hitting you. It's more like he's trying to intimidate you, provoke you into fighting back. You have to get away from him as quickly as possible before any of his blasts actually connect. Before you know it, your scurrying feet have taken you back to where you started, the train station. Auto mod? Here, let me open my browser for a second. I'm gonna... Okay, so Automod is blocking the word thought sprite, and Automod blocks TH''T. for reasons of identity. Ha! And Odd, you just got blocked too. I mean, yep. Well, I mean, I can see how it might be used in less pleasant ways. I mean, the origins of the term are less pleasant origins, just generally speaking anyway, right? Okay, I'm gonna toss these out there because I know that y'all are not trying to be like that. Okay, so here's all of your... And then... So those were all the ones that got blocked by... Automod. And yeah, I think in some capacity the answer would be yes. I mean, I just don't really see it used in a lot of places at all anymore. And I'm okay with that, because I never hopped on that train. But, oh, Israeli guy, welcome. Welcome to the party. But, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. However, I guess we'll polish off this route. See if we can get through Azdaja, because I'm already running behind. Oh dear. Before you know it, your scurrying feet have taken you back to where you started. The train station. Would you quit running around like a cluck beast with a severed think pan? You came onto me, and now you won't follow through? Get back here and fight. You seem to have managed to both pick a fight and hit on him simultaneously. Maybe he thinks you want that hate man spades thing with him? God. You just wanted to be friends, and then you might have lost your temper a little. This is just all a big misunderstanding. He isn't listening to you. Another blast zips past you, dangerously close to your ear this time. You scan the area frantically for cover. Hate man spades. I know, this is a very redundant statement. There! A structure near the tracks that looks like it might have been some kind of mechanized ticket booth. You dive behind it. I'm growing impatient, alien. Cease this game of hunt and sequester and face me. A beam hits your makeshift shield, blowing a hole straight through it. You stumble backwards close to the tracks. Oh no. Oh fuck. This is it. You're going to be murdered in cold blood by a guy who can shoot pure energy out of his eyes, and there's nothing you can do about it. You squeeze your eyes shut, bracing for impact. All of a sudden, there's a distant rushing sound. With all the running and laser dodging, you'd forgotten what the station was even for in the first place. The train is arriving. Maybe someone on it will be willing to help you? Not like Alternians seem to have a good track record of helping folk in need out of the goodness of their hearts, but damn it, it's the only chance you've got. Azdaja is distracted by the train's arrival for only a moment before turning towards you again, but then a figure climbs out of one of the train carriages. A figure that's large and hulking, and one that you recognize. Odd, I'm sure you seem to have figured out where this is going. Azdaja? What the hell are you doing? Why are you attacking my friend? Friend? You know this globe's for Sponge? Why didn't you tell me? Yeah, they're the assassin I've been looking for. What? You idiot. They're no assassin. When I met, they freaked out over a little blood. They've never even killed before. What? What about their powers? Connell squints at you, like she's thinking very hard about what your more exceptional qualities might be. Well, they're pretty good at falling on their ass. I mean, yeah, the whole Friendsim, all of the Friendsims just have that track record. Yep. And freaking out in the middle of a crisis. And being squishable. Azdaja's expression goes cold. His eyes stop flashing, but he still looks like he could kill you with his glare alone. I see. So that's why you were running away. You were lying. What an immature ruse. You can't help but feel a little bad for pulling the wool over his eyes, even though you were fearing for your life until just a few seconds ago. Azdaja seems to trust Connell's word implicitly. Now that you've been exposed as nothing but a regular Joe, he seems to have lost all interest in you. Connell, I was beginning to think you'd skipped out on this event. Of course not! I missed the Omniscuttle Caravan. Omniscuttle Caravan. Whew. Mouthful. Okay, let's try that one again. I missed the Omniscuttle Caravan. And the desert has shitty reception, so I couldn't call. You know that. That's right. Well, I'm glad you made it. I've let myself get distracted by this peon for long enough. Let's go strife some losers, own their nooks in battle, and profit. Fuck yes! I'd love to stay and chat, kid. But there's a bunch of culls in that canyon, with my name all over them. Later! Off they go. You watch wistfully as they set off back towards the canyon. If only you hadn't lost your temper and lied out your ass like an idiot, you might have been walking along with them. Instead, you're here alone on the ground, new friendship having slipped through your fingers like all this desert sand. Left alone. I know, it's so sad, sitting all alone in the train tracks. Oh, your phone's Wi-Fi is, like, not very good. Ouch. Sending good vibes for what connection you have to stay stable. Alright. Better than what you thought might happen? Yeah, I guess it is better than murder. Alright. Last leg. Let's finish this one off. Alright. Train. Oh, ran over by the train. Fuck, that was also a very real possibility. Okay. So, I guess the only option left is just go with this fucking plan. You'll be the best lackey ever. The title might not be much, but that doesn't mean you can't excel at it. You tell him you accept his offer. Excellent. By the way, I'm Azdaja Nelax, but you must have known that already. You're not sure why you would. Maybe he's some kind of big shot? Sorry, I just glanced down at chat. I was like, fucking Alpe. Okay. You're not sure why you would. Maybe he's some kind of big shot? Come to think of it, the name does ring a bell. You've heard it before, when you were in the middle of infiltrating a bandit hideout with a mercenary. Connell. You met my Maesprit? You must have gotten on her good side, or you wouldn't be standing here talking to me. Because you'd be minced into the ground finer than grub paste. He's grinning like he's really proud and fond about Connell being the sort of girl who'd make mincemeat out of someone as soon as speaking as You type like you read it, be like that. Speaking of fucking typos, mincemeat as soon as speak to them. It's not a grammatically correct sentence. I'm just gonna correct that one myself as I read. He's grinning like he's really proud and fond about Connell being the sort of girl who'd make mincemeat out of someone as soon as speaking to them. If he wasn't talking about her literally murdering you, you might find this reaction endearing. Hang on. If he already has a partner, why isn't she here? Azdaja's expression sours abruptly. My partner isn't here because she didn't make our agreed-upon rendezvous time. He says the word partner in an overdone... My partner isn't here because she didn't make our agreed-upon rendezvous time. He says the word partner in an overdone, exasperated huff, as if he thinks she might be listening from behind a boulder somewhere and he can somehow shame her into appearing. You remember what Polypus said about mercenary duos often being quadranted pairs, i.e. romantically involved. Did his girlfriend stand him up? Yikes. Maybe it's better that you haven't been promoted to partner status if it meant getting involved in another couple's spat. You've had quite enough of that already. You hope they aren't fighting. Azdaja glares at you. The exact nature of our quadrant is none of your business, frankly. Now, come on. We're wasting time. He steps off the edge of the plateau, descending into a crackle of energy and floating you into the canyon along with him. It's a terrifying ride, but the view it affords is pretty amazing. Soon, you reach the bottom. We should keep going. There's someone else in this valley. We'll get the drop on them if we move fast. He grins confidently, his coat flapping behind him. There isn't any wind down here, though. Is he flapping his own coat with his sigh for dramatic effect? Do I watch Optimistic Duelist? Fuck yeah. I've seen every single Optimistic Duelist video. And he follows you on Twitter. Oh, nice. I do not have Twitter. But yeah, I am down with Optimistic Duelist. And I fucking love everything that he makes. He makes wonderful, wonderful videos. I'm a part of the Patreon as well. The Patreon Discord. It is swell. Also, side note, I love the fact that he's flapping his own coat with his psionics for dramatic effect. First blood to Neelax. You blink. Tentatively, you repeat. Blood? Yes, blood. He says it the same way he enunciated the name of this competition earlier. Like it should have been painfully obvious. Like I told you, our aim is to take out our opposition. Swiftly and painfully. To win, we have to be the last team standing in this entire canyon. Weren't you listening when I explained earlier? God damn it. You've been proceeding under the assumption that this was some kind of elaborate competitive LARP. Like, solve some puzzles, get out of the giant canyon, solve some puzzles, get out of the giant canyon before the other guy type of deal. Did I see the 2 new ones? Yes, I did. Yeah, I really enjoyed them. Perhaps arm wrestle your competitors into submission if you run into them. But no, this game involves actual violence. You probably shouldn't be surprised. You've been on Alternia long enough now to discern that boy, trolls sure do love killing. You've made friends with plenty of trolls who had less bloodthirsty hobbies, though. You ask him whether he's ever considered getting into excessive bodily force poetry or streaming sick beats. Please. You're kidding, right? Now is no time for joking around. Don't tell me you're already getting frosty strut pods. I can't work with someone with such a flimsy sense of conviction. You reassure him that, no, of course not. Your strut pods are as toasty as all heck, but he's no longer paying attention to you. His scouter glints. There. He flashes past you before you can blink, riding the waves of his side to a collection of rocks sitting behind you. Target acquired. Oops. Nice try, thinking you could outsmart me by laying in wait and launching an ambush. Cowardly move. And sloppy. Very sloppy. Now, prepare to get owned. Resistance is futile. Oh, fuck! Abruptly, Azdaja freezes. You hesitate, unsure as to what sort of threat you're dealing with here. But then a troll girl with a cerulean blue symbol on her shirt pops up from behind the rocks. She giggles menacingly, making Azdaja turn towards you. His expression is blank, his nifty brain powers now under your competitor's control. To echo Azdaja's sentiment, oh fuck. You need to do something fast. You have the harebrained thought that maybe if you can grab Azdaja and physically wrest him from her control. You launch yourself towards them in a mad dash, attempting to call out a chilling battle cry, but it comes out as more of a pathetically broken yell. Vriska! She would. The girl laughs again. Azdaja's eyes flash bright, brighter than you've seen so far, almost blinding. Oh, hell, those are straight-up eye lasers, aren't they? And they're really powerful, holy shit. You've met some strong trolls, but this kind of power is something else. If Azdaja were a character in a video game and you were to assign him a quantifiable number to measure his power, some kind of level perhaps, that number would be... well, it would be very high, is all you're saying. That near miss again. Azdaja's lasers shoot at a point above you, scoring a deep gash in the rock and sending rubble toppling downwards. You reach out, grabbing Azdaja's coat. You have to get out of here. Sneak Cat! Hello, Sneak Cat! Welcome, welcome! Hanging out with your GM? No, it's all good. That kind of chilling out is important shit. That is important shit to do. Now I'm just babbling. The girl doesn't stop you, merely leaping out of the way to this. The girl doesn't stop you, merely leaping out of the way of the certain doom that's hurtling rapidly towards you. You think you see something out of the corner of your eye, some last-ditch hope at not getting squashed as flat as a grub cake. You race towards it. Your first thought when you next open your eyes is that death has finally come to tenderly cradle you in its sweet, loving embrace. But you quickly realize that you're in a cave, not the afterlife, and that the reason you can even see anything right now is because the area around you is brightened by a light coming from Azdaja's scouter. Through sheer dumb luck, you must have run towards the single safe spot in the entire ravine. This hole in the ground. It's as if this hole was sitting here, carved out of the rock, waiting to be your escape route. You might even say this hole was made for you. I feel like that's a reference to something. But I don't fucking know what. Fuck! You wince, covering your ears. Could he keep it down, maybe? Your nerves are a little shot from almost dying for the umpteenth time this week. Okay, y'all are yelling in chat. So I feel like that absolutely is a reference to something, and I'm still not getting it. Paul Dockney said, does it have something to do with this Paul Dockney, an enigma of something false? Y'all, I don't know what the fuck's going down. But creepy as fuck, but interesting. Okay. Junji Ito comic? Enigma of Amigara Fault. Oh, drill. Oh, I know that someone found out who he really is, but I never, like, actually knew. He does a lot of disturbing horror. Okay, well. Now that I know what the reference is for. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you for letting me know, and also thank you for telling me not to look at it, so I won't Google it. Because I'm not a big horror person. No, I will not keep it down. Curses. I can't believe this. Why does who does that blue blood think she is? Does she realize who she just messed with? Wow, he looks really mad. Instinctively, you reach out to execute that slow face pat that trolls seem to find so soothing, but he slaps your hand away. No. It's a good story, but not at this hour of night. For my sanity, don't. Okay. Yeah. I will pass on that one, but yes, thank you for securing the reference for me. Yeah, side note. He keeps reaching to do the face pat thing, but that's like basically coming on to someone as a morale. Like, I thought that as much knowledge had been absorbed by now, but apparently MSP and readers still not quite there. What do you think you're doing? I already told you I have a morale. You stammer out an apology. It just seems like the right thing to do. Plus, you thought Connell was his mate spirit? He seems to realize what he just said. A hint of yellow touches his cheeks, just barely visible in the light. That's what I said. I already have a mate spirit. You're pretty sure you heard him right the first time, and you're also pretty sure those are two different sorts of relationships, but you let the subject drop. No need to rile up your new friend more than he already is. Yeah, I know, there's this little Freudian slip-esque kind of thing that happens here, and it's like, oh, Azdaja, was that? Your shushpap might have been rejected, but the attempt seems to snap him out of whatever pissed off funk he'd gotten himself into. Let's get out of here. He follows the path out of the cave. He follows the path of the cave. Can't he just blast you both out? Don't be stupid. If I did that, it would cause a cave-in. Are you that eager to get crushed? Are you that eager to get crushed? Good point. You're acting just like Connell. So ready to rush in without a game plan. If he means this as an insult, its effect is kind of lost. He sounds more wistful than irritated. Sorry, I just looked down at chat. You walk in silence for a while. As you make your way further into the cave, you realize that the walls aren't blank like you previously thought, but covered in complicated carvings. Cave troll art, you wonder? Walls aren't blank, but covered in complicated carvings. You're correct, but fuck off. This is a theory that just occurred in my brain, like, right now. Complicated, wall carvings? Could this possibly be the cave where the disciple lived out the rest of her days? I don't remember. It's been a while since we read that part. I don't remember whether or not canon specified if she specifically painted the drawings. Oh, odd. Oh no, I'm sorry. But yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it specifies if she painted. And if she carved them, they would last longer. Oh, you found a theory, Aleph? Nice. Please send it over. We can take a look at that. I'd be interested in seeing what other folks are thinking too. He looks like Keith from Voltron? Oh yeah, he kinda does. I know what you're thinking. That life as a prince among trolls that life as a prince among trolls must be an enviable one. You snap to attention. Yes, of course. You were definitely thinking about him and his life story just then. I don't expect someone like you to understand. You're obviously a completely average person who will live out their life in perfect mediocrity. But not me. You don't know what it's like to be born so gifted. Completely average. That's you, all right. You try your best to be sympathetic. Having rad powers must make things really hard. What? No way. It's fucking awesome. But as you've clearly seen, it can attract unwanted attention from pathetic individuals who aren't nearly as talented themselves. Who are desperate to have some unbeatable psionics in their corner. To be honest, the Empire is no different, and it's not like the rebels are much better. Connell and I don't really care one way or the other. We're just here to off chumps and get money. We look out for ourselves first and foremost. But eventually we'll be sent off planet to do the bidding of the Empress, just like everyone else. Okay, you can see why having no say in the matter kind of sucks. But isn't there opportunity to do cool shit in space, too? Azdaja's face draws up an awry expression. Yeah, with someone else calling all the shots. Azdaja is centrist, which makes sense because he's a weeb. I mean, yeah, that does click. Aw, Discord's freezing. Fuck. Well, if you come across it later, pop it into the other Discord channel. You keep walking. After what feels like hours, his scouter flashes again. We're here. He lets the wall have it with his eye lasers. With a resounding roar, it crumbles away. Aside from the spot he destroyed, the rest of the cave is intact. Moonlight spills into the space through the impromptu exit. It's over. We were stuck down there for so long that the game has ended. Meaning. Your heart sinks. This was a disaster. He's definitely not going to want to be your friend after losing this competition he's so invested in. We're the last team standing, which makes us the winners. I knew it. That blue-blood loser might have a stroke of good luck, but she was no match for someone of my station. My victory is a foregone conclusion from the start. Bringing you along was an excellent idea. Your recklessness really came in handy back there. He's thanking you, you realize. Or something close to it. Modestly, you assure him that it was no problem. Oh, related to the shrub portal. Okay. I'll open that in a new tab in my browser and I will read it later. Thank you for sending it over. I will take a look at that. Yeah, Deku versus Kachan Part 2. I am excited for that. I'm a little like yeah. There's a couple of things about their conversation that they had beforehand that I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil anything. But I was kind of like, Deku, how did you not see this coming? Like, how did you not see this proposition coming? But yeah, no. That's all I'm gonna say on that matter. But that's really cute. I love that. You're watching it with your mom. That's really sweet. Prince knows when to give credit where credit is due. Celebration is in order, I think. Once we collect our prize. There's a prize? Fuck yes. Dual Strifers offers an impressive cash reward to whoever wins. You'll get a cut as well, of course. Whoa. Money. This'll be the first time you've laid your hands on the stuff since you crash-landed. Maybe you'll be able to finally purchase a warm meal, or clothing that isn't from somebody else's closet. More important than money, though, is that you've proven you aren't a complete fuck-up, and you've earned Azdaja's trust, and also his friendship. Victory! Ta-da! Alright. You're ahead in the manga. Alright. I am not. I've been meaning to start reading the manga, but I have not. Yet. I will probably end up going there. But for the time being, I will just keep up with the animes. Okie dokie. So, Oh my god, I have the music volume set super low this entire time? That's why... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Could y'all even hear the fucking music? Oh my goodness. That's why I was having issues with it. Jeez. Alright, well, it's time for 5-minute break. I really need it, and also I can tell we're definitely gonna run over time with this one, and I'm tired, so I'm gonna cut myself short and not babble my fucking ass off. Yes. Chahut time. Indeed it is. But first I need 5 minutes to have a drink and well, have some water. I'm not having alcohol. I need to have a little water. Stretch. And then indeed Chahut time. Okay. Let me just get music set up for y'all. Put 5 minutes on my timer. And then we'll be back. A 23-hour break? I don't know why you were asking for a 23-hour break. Oddly specific. Okay. I'm gonna continue playing the music from the pre-stream, and we will be back. Hello. I am back. And it is time for Chahut. Is there a GHB in that route? Not gonna say. No spoilers. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. We'll have to find out. Of gaze is cool and tempers hot. Okay. Chahut Maynard. Does the music start right away on this one? It does. Okay, I fucking love the music for this route. It is so perfect. I'm gonna take a look at the credits again at the end, as per tradition. And yes, the Grubbles EP is also really awesome. I love it. It's pretty darn neat. Yeah, it's so it's really perfect, this song. Yes, it is James Roach. It is another James Roach original. He is absolutely one of my favorite artists. Like, just all of his stuff is so fucking good. God damn. Alright, let's hop into this. Here we go. Your gown flutters around you as you hop off the train. You feel like a very grimy Disney princess with no shoes, just a deranged Cinderella who left both glass slippers on the castle steps. Before you can decide in which direction to continue your merry jaunt, it's decided for you. As in, a small bluish missile slams into your midsection and sends you tumbling down the hill behind the train tracks, rolling over and over, and god damn do you hope you don't kill anyone with your ass. Especially not yourself. You land with a hard thwack on your back. Ta-da! Hey, it is you! The concussion you've just sustained must be giving you serious front hallucinations. Sorry I hugged you so hard I pushed you down a hill. I forgot how weak and flimsy you are. You take Amicia's offered hand, a bit nervously. You kind of skipped out on her back there, waiting until she was in the ablution trap and then escaping from her murder studio. Yeah! Tiny baby. Oh, I love Chahut just kind of is like, what the fuck is this? Hello. You'd been so naive back then. You didn't know about Recupercoons or grub cakes or hate dating, and oh god, that is a giant murder clown, isn't it? It scared you? Yeah, it is kind of unsettling. With her just kind of chilling over there. Wow. She's even bigger than the adult you saw at the bandit lair. God, why? Why, whenever you think you've met the biggest, meanest bastard this place has to offer, it offers up another bigger, meaner one? Hearts out for Chahut? Yes. Without thinking, you put yourself between Amicia and the Purple Blood. Pretty dumb considering Amicia can pick you up with one hand, but you just roll down a hill and you aren't at peak performance. Chahut! It's about time. This is the one I was telling you about. The one with the precious, precious blood. The Purple Blood's slow, lazy smile somehow makes her face paint even more terrifying. She moseys closer, towering over you. A true pleasure, small thing. Any friend of Little Blue is a friend of mine. Especially one who looks so pretty on the newest page of my scrapbook. I don't know if I'm loving this voice. I'll work on it, Your stomach is dissolving into acid fear. Amicia stamps her foot. Don't make murder jokes. My friend is very delicate. Yo, I'm not trying to do a southern accent. I'm trying to sound like a fucking stoner. Sneakhead, oh my god. You nod furiously. You are so delicate. Just a whiff of murder gives you the vapors. Peace and gospel, Little Blue. I was only playing. Messiahs know I'm owed a little... Chahut is southern? What? Am I missing something here? James said it back when she was revealed in the troll call? Well, fuck, I missed that. Oh my god, Sneaker. Where's the banjo in this? What? Oh, it is. True. That is indeed a banjo. I just pulled up my earbud and I was like, what the fuck do you mean there's banjo? Oh, yep. That is indeed banjo. I feel like if I tried to do a southern accent, it would just be insulting, though. Because I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. I mean, like, I'll try and toss a little bit of a lilt on it, but... Besides, no, I feel like it's just gonna turn into my Skyla accent. Besides, no, I'm owed a little bit of fun. Why did I insert the word little in there? That's not even... I'm just gonna keep fucking moving! And ain't it a fair bit hypocritical? Lecturing me. Considering what you were getting up to the first time you and I got to John. Ripping off heads and all. Amicia goes blue. Chahut winks and you experience another spasm of fear. You clench your fists so she can't see your hands are shaking. Keep doing the gay voice. To To distract yourself, you ask her if she and Amicia are Morels. You figure that's always the safest one to start with. Safer than, so do you guys hate fuck a lot? Ranking the multi-troll friendsims and how well the sprites mesh. This is probably near bottom. Yeah. Ooh, y'all. Minor spoilers for Malik, but there is more than one. There's a friend who pops into Malik's route, and I think that is probably the most jarring comparison. Or maybe it's the pal who hops in on Zebedee. I don't know. The two of them are also pretty... The early sprites have just such a drastically different style than the later ones. They do clash a fair bit. But yeah, do y'all hate fuck a lot? Like, just straight up asking. Yes, Morels is a lot more tactful than that, but it's still not very tactful to just be like, so, are you Morels? Oh, sorry, Sneak Cat. Chahut starts grinning again, and Amicia blushes even harder. No, silly! Of course not. I'm way too young for quadrants. Know a couple of motherfuckers that started younger than you, little blue. Still, there's no point. I mean, you're leaving in a couple pair of G's. Amicia stares at the ground sadly for a few seconds before she gets herself back together. Oh, you didn't notice until 5 seconds before you pointed it out? I noticed right away. Not gonna lie. I was kind of like, ugh. Oh, you thought that Malik's route looked okay? Oh, that's interesting. I found that one of the most jarring. But, when we get to Malik and Zebedee, who was the other one that I thought was really jarring, we can just talk about it. We can see in chat what y'all folks think. But yeah, that's... Yeah, I know, it's so sad. They're so upset. But that's why tonight is gonna be the best. Our final hunt. And I'm so glad you're here too. She beams up at you. You try to smile back, maybe achieving half a grimace. When Chahut leans over Amicia, it's with a certain menacing fondness. Sounds like a party, my most vicious sister. Only, we got us a smidge of a scheduling conflict. Huh? The massacres tonight, little blue. Last massacre I'll see planetside. Gotta present my glutes and testify before my most mirthful messiahs for the last time. You sure didn't get any of that. Every time you think your days of unbounded ignorance are behind you, you turn over a stone to find more little squirming bits of cultural miasma stuck to it. Massacre. Massacre. Hey! Fuck! I didn't catch that, Aleph, but yes. Massacre. Damn it. Amicia rolls her eyes. Ugh, more church? That's seriously all you ever do. Sister, we talked about this. To praise the mirthful ones is a privilege and a revelation. My pusher beats for them. It smashes its way through the desolate cage in my thoracic struts. Yeah, I know. You love clown church. You love it so much you should just put it in a quadrant. Jesus, Amicia. Maybe don't shout at the scary giant clown lady. Chahut puts a giant hand on Amicia's head, ruffling her hair like she's an angry puppy. Simmer down, girl. Good news is, we got us a tiebreaker. She means you, doesn't she? More decisions? Usually we strive for it, but today, it's all up to you, stranger. Oh my god, Sneak. You, Aleph, I know! I misread it. Yeah, also church sucks. We'll just get this one out of the way, and then we'll go... Church sucks. Maybe to clown church? We'll get there, Odd, I promise. Religion stuff is kind of over your head. Besides, you really should stick with the friend who has a vested interest in keeping you alive, rather than the menacingly non-committal clown lady. You... Chahut won most of those strifes? Probably. Well, I don't know. Amicia has that indigo blood strength and none of the ridiculous convictions of that Equius had. So I feel like she's got a good chance in there. Oh, you were listening to Hosier's new album before. Yes, indeed. Take me to Clown Church, but in a minute. All of your recent experiences with Purple Bloods have been, well, bad. You are so right. See, Chahut? My friend is no dummy. Chahut's eyes gleam, and for one eerie moment you think she's just gonna reach down and crush Amicia's skull, or yank out her windpipe, or some other mega violence. But instead she just shrugs her giant shoulders. Well, that's what happens when you allow for the democratic process. Lead the way. Crap, that's right. If you aren't going to church, you're going on a final hunt. And knowing Amicia, you aren't going to be duck hunting. Also, you don't think the splatters on Chahut's pants are paint. Well, they are paint, but Amicia-style paint. Yay! Come on, quick! I got something to show you. She takes off up the steep hill back towards the train tracks. Oh man, you are seriously not dressed for all this clamoring. Chahut appears to notice this too, because a few steps later, your feet leave the ground and you find yourself cradled to the considerable bosom of a large clown. Up close, she smells like sugar and blood. No struggling now, sweet thing. Better pray that I don't drop you. Oh, I forgot. You don't pray, because church sucks. I love that cheeky little jab she gets in there. Ah. You don't like this. Well, you like not having to walk, and it's pretty cool that she can lift you like you're a tiny baby, but also, you're probably going to die. You are so busy freaking the fuck out that at first you don't realize that Chahut has carried you past the train tracks to a stand of trees. I know, the salt, right? I love it. Oh. Oh no. Ta-da! Amicia gestures like she's a presenter on a game show, but instead of showing you a dope new car, she points to a boy hanging from a rope by his feet, swinging back and forth as he desperately tries to free himself. When did we end up in heels? Chixie. At the same time as you get the purple dress from Chixie, they also got the heels from Chixie. Chahut, you were so right. Using traps is a total time saver. You missed Trixie. Oh no. Well, I'm getting that. I'm getting them up on YouTube soon. I promise, I promise. Or, yeah, you could also just Google someone else who knows what the fuck they're doing. I'm all about those life hacks. Oh god, that physically pained me to say out loud. Life hacks. And other kinds of hacks. Haha. And there it goes. She lifts her axe. The troll hanging from the tree screams, and that scream becomes a gurgle, which becomes ringing silence as his head leaves his body, spewing brown blood. It rolls to a stop, right at your feet. Oh. Oh, God. This... You have had enough of this horseshit. Why can't anyone on this goddamn planet find an ounce of chill? Amicia and Chahut watch you expectantly. What, do they want you to kick the head like this is the sports? Give it a smooch? You know what? Fuck this. You turn and stalk off into the woods. This time, you are orchestrating your own failure. So done. Aww. I know, somehow this is not the good ending, but yes, this is bad end number 1. You're just like, you know what? Fucking tired of this shit. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm done. Okay. The moment we've all been waiting for. Yeah, I guess it is more of a neutral ending. It's not necessarily bad, but, like, it's not a friendship end either. Okay. The moment you've all been waiting for. Take me to Clown Church. You don't know much about religion, but you have recently become pretty good at reading people. You have the slightest little suspicion that insulting this woman's religion might be unhealthy. Besides, it would be rude. This time, when Chahut turns her painted face to you and gives you another of those lazy smiles, you are filled with a sudden flush of excitement. God, what if you become friends with her? God, what if you could become friends with her? You've never had a friend this cool or this scary. Amicia rolls her eyes. Ugh, fine. Have fun, I guess. Doing totally boring stuff. You wonder if it's really okay for you to come with Chahut. Isn't she worried about showing up with an alien? In the past, I might have got to worrying over it. But now? Fuck it. What are they about to do? Call me? Ha ha ha. I might thank him for that. Doing a sister a solid and saving me from having to set foot in the filthy reaches of space. Where I hear they don't follow the good word as close as they should. None of the motherfuckers here have the globes to step up to me. So you should be safe. With me on your side, not even one of those slippery fishes would do shit. There's so much to unpack in that. Okay. So, you know, fuck it. Are they gonna kill me before I go to space? I don't want to go to space. So fuck them, and fuck that. And I'm strong, and not even the fish, not even the fucking seed dwellers are afraid of me. So you're safe. Fuck everything. So that's, in a nutshell, what we're walking into. Slippery fishes. Does she mean sea dwellers? You've never actually seen one, which makes sense since they dwell in the sea. But most people seem to be scared of them. You wonder how much higher in the caste they are from the clowns. You wonder what they look like. There are still so many things you don't know. You've never been in a church before, but you've seen them in movies and goth music videos, so you know what to expect. Clown church is not that. Never been in a church before. More MSPA reader lore. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the headers in the text so that we can take a second to appreciate just what is going on in this background here. MSPA reader confirmed goth. Big mood. But yes, so this is Clown Church. And who fucking does to the background artist for this volume, which is now information that we can specifically check in the credits. They changed the formatting of the credits in one of the updates while I was away. So, is that one in chains? Yes, indeed. So, yes, they changed the formatting of the credits so that now we can see specifically character artist, background artist, and screen artist for each volume, which I do enjoy. It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, we can take a look specifically at who we should be giving kudos to for this gorgeous fucking art. Alright, here we go. Odd? No, we are not going back to fucking 2006. You can't, you can't, I can't go back. You can't make me. There's no pews or statues or a sad dude hanging from two perpendicular sticks, but there's an altar and a lot of purple candles and rows of flimsy metal fold-out chairs. The same sugary smell that hangs around Chahut fills the place. Someone took stained glass a little too seriously when they decorated, because every inch of window is covered in multicolored... God, why even front anymore? Every inch is covered in blood. Splatters of it paint the floor and stone walls. It reminds you of that break room after Connell got done murdering all those kids, except this seems deliberate. Like they decided they wanted a little bit of yellow in the corner, so they walked up to some poor gold blood over and gutted them. Welcome to your salvation, little one. You almost run out. But no, you can't. But no, you can't. You need to make friends with Chahut. You hang on to that as you follow her to the front of the congregation. As you pass, various other clowns send out honks of greetings, accompanied by the occasional whoop whoop. Chahut responds to a couple with a casual, "Hey, motherfuckers," but most she ignores. Maybe she's too cool for them? That really be what the South is like. Oh god, because yes, you do indeed live in Florida. Although, everything that I have read online has been like, there's the South, and then there's just Florida. Because nobody knows what the fuck's going on in Florida. You try not to make eye contact with anyone as you go by. Or, if you happen to look at anyone, you try to throw out your most intense I'm with her vibes that you can. A couple trolls look as out of place as you do. Okay, not as out of place, since they are actually from this planet, but there's some non-purple guys here who look distinctly uncomfortable. A few of them appear to be chained to their chairs. Cool. A purple blood is standing on a platform at the front of the congregation and... preaching? Rapping? Whatever it is, it sucks. There's a lot of uninventive swearing and weirdly syncopated honks. Everyone here is extremely into it. There's a lot of answering whoops and fuck yes. Florida has 3 parts: North Cuba, Disney, and the South. what it is bottom to top. Okay. I love you're screenshotting that. No, I just realized that the volume on my computer is way too loud. I picked up my earbud and it was like I could hear it from far away, and I was like, that's not good. Okay. All Chahut has to do is stand there and smirk at him, and he trails off into a nasally honk before scrambling off the church stage. You really wish you knew how to command that kind of respect. Then everybody would want to be your friend. Thanks, brothers and sisters. Today is a singular sort of day. For today I looked up toward the mountain and saw the fire in the sky. That fire is our messiahs, and our messiahs are the fire, feeding the hungry forge in the belly of hell, that sweet salvation of split bone and sulfur-colored eyes. Was it the heat of the eternal damnation, or the sweet flame of revelation? All is red brewing. Woe is us darlings. Woe. It goes on like that for a while. You zone out a little bit. Someone throws a handful of powder into the candle flames, and more of that sugary sharp scent puffs out as colorful smoke billows up. The purple bloods all start taking deep whiffs of the stuff. It kind of looks like the powder in pixie sticks. Newest member of our congregation. Pixie sticks. Maybe that's why it smells like sugar in here. Invite them to stand up and give glorious thanks. The whole congregation has gone silent. You realize that Chahut is looking at you, and the other clown priest is looking at you. Actually, every single goddamn troll in here is looking at you, except for one small dude who appears to be trying to chew off his own hand to free himself from his shackle. Your turn to testify. Don't fuck this up, little one. Wait, what? Does the fucking... They fuck up her quirk in between... Like, watch the T on this. It changes. They fucked it up between... Okay, we have one vote for Preach. What other Preach? We have two for Preach. You felt so smug when you found the typo. There is a decent number of typos in all of these, honestly. Oh yeah, Sneak Cat. I'm changing it up. I've had some feedback. I know I got some feedback about the format, making it a little predictable. So I'm still picking the first one as getting the short end out of the way. But this one here, y'all can choose. So we have 2 votes for Preach, so I feel like what you're voting for is likely going to be outnumbered. But Sneak Cat, I would still love to hear your feedback. Which option you would like to go for. You're trusting... Alright, you're trusting us? Preach, then. We're gonna fucking preach. Actually, I'm gonna have some water first, because I need to drink water for my throat. The best line in the history of fiction? Alright, well, Please point that one out. Please point out your favorite line, Aleph. I'd be interested to see which one you're referring to, because I played this one. Since I played 3 in relatively quick succession, like within a few days of each other, I haven't had the chance to absorb volumes 9, 10, or 11, like, very as singularly as I have with the others, so I'm trying to think, and I can't fucking remember shit from this route, quite frankly. Not, like, specific things that, they say. Anyway. Alright. Preach! Oh, shit. They want you to talk? About what? All that stuff Chahut and the other troll were saying, it just sounded like a bunch of bullshit? So that's what you give them. Just bullshit. Reams and reams of fresh, non-GMO, cave-aged bullshit. Honestly, you aren't totally sure what you say. Maybe some stuff about parting the sea, loaves and fishes, a dome and a rock. You throw a couple whoop-whoops in there for effect, hoping nobody accuses you of cultural appropriation. Luckily, the crowd is feeling it. They all honk and echo what you say, even the cultural allusions they can't possibly understand. They take turns swigging Fago from the communal chalice, passing it around. Oh, that line. Yes, that was a good one. You can't help glancing over at Chahut every so often. Sure, all these weirdos are catching what you're throwing, but she's the one whose opinion you actually care about. She's your current friendship target. She's nodding in approval, occasionally crossing her hands over her chest in what looks kind of like a gang symbol, but may just be a religious gesture. You finish with something about foxes in the jaws of the universe, the convergence of fate, and the cyclical nature of reality. Time is a flat circle. You think you're actually filled with the spirit. Whatever the fuck that means. It could just be that weird smoke. Knew I didn't make a mistake when I put my faith in you, little one. She pushes several dudes out of the way to lean over you, and you don't feel fear now so much as intense pride. Damn, but it feels good to have 50 clowns honking at you for pulling something straight out of your ass. Little one is kind of creepy, and you wish she'd stop saying it, but you guess it's accurate? You are little compared to her, and there is only one of you. Come here, darling. Oh, that's an upgrade. Darling. That's friendly. Get up here. Up? How? 2 younger purple bloods grab you by the legs. Oh. The church sways around you and you find yourself at clown height, face to face with Chahut. Up close you can see the cracks in her makeup, and it might be the light in here, but her yellow eyes look tinted purple. Aleph, stop! You're not the current fuck target, god damn it. Smoke bullshit and kill people, that's clown culture. I mean, like, you know, basically. The church sways around you and you... Wow, that was a voice crack. The church sways around you and you find yourself at clown height, face to face with Chahut. Up close you can... Oh, I already read that one. Whoopsie daisies. Aleph, don't spoil it. Don't answer that question. Aleph! She pulls you close, one giant claw tipping your chin up. She's so close. She leans in and your whole body flashes hot. Oh god. This... You brace yourself for those big clown lips. Instead, Chahut clamps her hand over your mouth. You jerk as your air supply is promptly cut off. The clowns holding you up stagger until you remember that you can... until you remember you can breathe through your nose. You see something out of your peripheral vision, and then something sticky and cold is sprayed onto your cheek, an acrid stench making you choke. You struggle, but the clowns don't let you go. Chahut sprays something on the other side of your face. You feel it sinking tacky and stinging into the skin of your cheeks. She releases you for a moment and switches the can of spray paint to her other hand. What the hell? Is that even supposed to be used on skin? Probably not. Hold still, darling. That's a mood though. Like, this is probably not skin safe, but I'm gonna smack it all over myself anyway. She takes another can from a nearby troll and paints a line across your forehead, her own brow furrowing in concentration. You know what she's doing. She's baptizing you, covering you in the paint of her people. You are being initiated. You can hardly believe it. Tears threaten at the corner of your eyes as you realize you are actually becoming a part of a group. Someone on this terrible planet is actually letting you into their inner circle. That's not the intended use, ma'am, as a reference for something, but I can't fucking remember what it's a reference to. Even if it is a circle of shitty clowns who go around murdering people and drinking the worst soda in the galaxy. Don't get too overcome now. Small thing. I don't rightly even know what you are, where it's something like you came from. But I can feel the spirit flowing through those alien veins of yours. It's fucking godly, my little one. Amazing! This is so good. Anyone who initiates you into their weird cult definitely wants to get all up in your friendship grill. Chahut paints another line, this time over your nose. The paint is starting to sting. The paint on your forehead especially. Oh, wait. That's not paint. That's... Chahut drops the spray can. She's looking at her fingers. Oh no. You've seen that expression before. On someone bluer and much shorter. Deep crimson drips off her claw. After weeks of rainbow blood, your own blood color looks strange to you. Now that you think about it, it's been a while since you've seen your own blood. Haha, wild. You must be getting better survival instincts. Precious blood. Precious indeed, sister. The two other purple bloods put you down with subservient honks. All of the other clowns here treat Chahut with a reverence bordering on awe. Is it because she's the oldest? Or the largest? Or maybe just the most badass? Your feet barely hit the floor before Chahut takes you by the hand. You smile up at her, happy to go anywhere she leads. Friendship feels so good, especially with people who are bigger and stronger and cooler than you are, which is basically everyone on this planet, but Chahut is especially strong and cool. You're so busy feeling great about your new elite status that at first you don't realize what's happening, where Chahut is leading you. It's to a corner of the church that is a little more bare than other spots. As in, there isn't as much blood. As in, it's the perfect canvas for some fresh blood. Some precious, precious mutant blood. You don't know why Chahut didn't go for you right when you met. Maybe the time wasn't right. Maybe the sight of your red stuff had triggered something in her murder troll hindbrain. Regardless, you get the feeling you're about to be reunited with the color of your blood quite suddenly and thoroughly. Wait, you thought you were getting initiated. Hell yeah. You're an initiate, my dazzling crimson darling. An initiate of the rarest and most laudable power. A blood initiate. A sacrificial bar beast. You ain't gonna get better off than that. You ain't gonna get a better offer than that. Well, when she puts it like that, Nope, you still would rather not die. Game over. Yep. Dead. Murdered. And that's the end of that. So let's see what the nicer ending is. Okay, I'm gonna have a little water. Oh yes, of course. Press F to pay respects, as always. Okay, here we go. Last route for tonight, folks. Wimp out. You stand there in the cacophony of honks and whoops, trying to dredge up a little spirit inside you, but you just can't. The Homestuck character that we've pressed F to pay respects for the most. Definitely is. All that noise sounds so much like jeering, and you'd think you'd have gotten used to negative reinforcement, but apparently it's still enough to trip you up. You open your mouth and all that comes out is a croak, like you're a frog of failure. Chahut's big hand lands on your shoulder. She looks wistful through the clown paint. That's okay, hon. Sit down before you strain something. Encased in a fugue of shame, you do. God, why couldn't you have kept it together for once in your pathetic life? The clown next to you gives you a consoling pat on the knee and offers you a half-empty bottle of Faygo. You are so despondent that you barely cast a thought to juggalo germs or the fact that Faygo is disgusting. It hits your taste buds like a bitch slap. Around you, the congregation is getting rowdier. The troll beside you shrugs his shoulders like, what can you do? He has a hat and a charming smile. At least you think he does. You're starting to feel a little weird. Faygo isn't alcoholic, is it? A hat and a charming smile. Wonder who that could be. Marvis. And this is the second time Marvis is referenced. He showed up once in the back of Ramel's gallery, and now in Clown Church. I would go easy on that stuff if I were you, the troll says. His hand hasn't left your leg. In fact, it's moved from your knee to your thigh. The first time is always rough. Whatever. You're fine. You know all about controlled substances. You're really good at drugs, okay? You're a serious drugger. Druggist? For real, though, what is in this stuff? You got high with Sarava and tipsy with Chixie. That rhymes, but that rhymes. She should put that in her next rap. But this is different. This is your brain blowing wide open and the atmosphere pouring in. This is the cosmos kissing your frontal lobe with way too much tongue. Hey, this is my supplicant. Maybe find your own. Chahut is standing next to you again. She removes the clown guy's hand from your thigh and extricates the bottle from your grip. Hey, you weren't done with that. On the other side of the church, someone throws another handful of colorful powder onto the fire. More smoke billows up and you feel another wave of dizziness. Maybe it's the interaction of the Faygo and the smoke? Is that how science works? It's acid. Oh, true. I never made that specific connection before, but that sounds, yes, that does sound like that's pretty much what it is. Such bad form, says the troll who'd given you the Fago, bringing an alien to your last massacre. One would think you had no respect for your messiahs at all. I think, brothers and sisters, that I might agree with that. Oh, true, this part! I think, brothers and sisters, that I might agree with that. A voice rings out across the church. At first you think that it's in your head, the product of whatever weird soup all the competing substances have created, but everybody else hears it too. Chahut goes rigid beside you, her big vicious mouth stretched into an O of shock. The congregation falls to its knees in a clattering wave. Seriously, you've never heard a crowd of people go quiet so loudly. Chairs are kicked out of the way or knocked over. Kneeling down, Chahut's head comes up to your chest. She and the clown in the hat each push down on one of your shoulders. Motherfucker, get down. You hit the deck. You half expect the blood splatters to seep through your dress, but it just crusts flaky and dry underneath your knees. Yes, the red ones are indeed fangs. You, sister, that you're alien? Where the hell is that voice coming from? It's deep and gravelly and probably male. Oh, hold up. What you initially thought was one of Ramel's knockoff paintings hanging behind the altar turns out to be a screen, which is now turned into a gray silhouette with horns. Is everybody here bowing to some dude who literally Skyped into Clown Church and doesn't even have a user pic? Fucking love that part. Oh my god. Your Excellency, I wouldn't describe him as my alien exactly. A little too pathetic to really put much to bother to. Or, did I read that? A little too pathetic to really put much bother to. There's a murmur of agreement from the surrounding trolls. Dang, tough crowd. A long snort of breath crackles into static. Who are you to say who or what is pathetic? Chahut winces. You're all feckless wrigglers without a bean in your think pans. All of the lowbloods in here look absolutely terrified, which is nothing new, but for once, they aren't the only ones. Everyone here is afraid, the purple guys included. Yeah, true, there was Skype. Ugh. You. Come closer, little heretic. Let me get a gander. Me? Who? Who the fuck you mean who, sister? The motherfucker I'm jabbing my point stump at. You and Chahut share a quick, nervous glance. Her throat bobs visibly. Sir, I think you got your webcam turned off. Oh my god, I fucking love this. God damn. Oh, dang, hold up. You hear a lot of rustling and swearing. All of you hang in the awkward limbo, an old person struggling with technology. The screen flickers and you can just make out a pair of hulking shoulders. Sir, you got the light behind you. Never mind the light, motherfucker. You, the hornless one in the rumpus robe. Come closer, child. Oh, You. Of course it's you. Being the main character is exhausting. You move closer to the altar, although you aren't actually sure where the camera is. This guy is someone. You would be able to tell that even if everyone here wasn't bowing to him. His voice has a certain quality to it. That's close enough. I'm not trying to look up your sniff nub. Child, you got any notion as to who I fucking am? None, except that he's possibly important. It's always a real good time when important people get interested in your insignificant ass. I decide whose ass is insignificant in this house, you comprehend? Sure. Sir? Excellency? How long have you been rambling amongst my brethren? At least a couple weeks? No more than a month. How many are here with you? Just you. An alien invasion force of one, all just wandering the countryside. And still pulling in oxygen? Would have thought someone would have picked their dentition with you by now. Dentition. Ugh. Would have thought someone would have picked their dentition with you by now. Same. You got any muscle definition, Wriggler? You show him the gun show. As in, you show him how very empty the weapons locker is. Too weak for the front lines, too ugly to fill a pail with. He laughs, low and lecherous. Although your strut sticks ain't so bad. Oh, did a giant clown just say you have nice legs over troll FaceTime? You look at Chahut for help, but she's too busy checking out your gams. Sober, you might have been uncomfortable. Fago drunk you is pretty zen about it. You're sure it's only a matter of time before you fuck an alien. If it's... I just had to... I was really trying to finish that whole thing, but I just busted. Because what the fuck? If it's gotta be a big giant clown, well, so be it. Shooting high, aren't you? Now you just feel silly. You assure this guy that you aren't really after that kind of stuff. There's only one thing you really, truly long for in this world. And what's that, child? Power? Wealth? The right to keep living? Yikes. You realize that everyone in this goddamn church is looking at you, waiting for your answer. Chahut looks like she wants to grab your shoulders and shake you. Jeez, no pressure. Jeez, no pressure. Friendship, you tell him. He laughs long and hearty at that one. You weather it stoically. You, bigger and significantly more attractive motherfucker. Chahut comes to attention. What's your caste name, child? Maynard, Excellency. If I understand rightly, you are about to undergo the ordeals? Chahut nods. She looks a little seasick. You're not sure what the ordeals are, but everything about them sounds bad, including the names. Including the name. Maybe get your shit shot with this one right here. They seem to have the strategy for surviving against all reasonable odds and decency. You could probably use a friend like them. He jabs another big finger at you. And Wriggler? Yeah? Don't let me see your face again. The call disconnects, and the screen goes blank. Ah! Whew! Holy fuck. What a trip. When you point yourself towards the front of the church, Everyone scrambles to get out of your way. It's like the big clown's attention has conveyed some honorary status on you. Probably nobody will mess with you for, a half hour at least. You aren't really going anywhere. You just need some fresh air before you pass out. Chahut emerges soon after. She looks nearly as winded as you feel. You ask her if she's mad at you, since that could be potentially dangerous to both your life and your burgeoning friendship. Mad? Why would I be mad? Because your inexplicably magnetic charm worked on both my best girl and the figurehead of my church. You flush. The real question is, did it work on her? Chahut sighs. What the hell? Old motherfucker told me to listen to whatever it is you can teach. Right. He did. That basically makes the two of you friends by theocratic decree. Guess so. So, darling, teach me your ways. Well, first of all, you gotta fall down a lot. Victory. What a fucking trip. And that is, if you keep saying darling, you're gonna show. Alright, folks. Yes, we did it! We lived! Holding hands, I know, it's real cute. Excuse me. Oh my god. So, half an hour overtime. At least 20 minutes of that was fucking talking about anime at the beginning. Yeah, it's late and I'm probably fucked. I have a long day tomorrow. Tomorrow is the VIP reception for the gallery that I'm in from that sculpture residency program I did in May. Yes, and I also have class in the morning as well. So it's gonna be a long day. So I have to cut my usual post-ramble short so I can go the fuck to bed. Thank you, Odd. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta rest up for that, because there's a lot going on tomorrow. Indeed there is. Alright. Well. Thank you all so much for coming out and enjoying the Friendsim with me, or at least I hope that you have all enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed reading it. Yeah, have good sleeps. Have a good day if that's what your time zone's up to. Just have a good time, whatever you are getting up to now. Friday, regular Homestuck streams. We are at those lily pad conversations, and I'm so fucking excited. I love those ones so much. Okay. Keep that enthusiasm, bottle it for Friday. Hopefully I will be seeing you all then. And, good day, good night. Good night, good day. Alright, see you Friday, folks.